Don't let his being an MLB star fool you. Shohei Ohtani isn't just your regular baseball player.
Ohtani drives that down the right field line.
From his sleeping addiction to him always avoiding the media, here are 10 mind-blowing things you don't know about Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, he got another one. Get going.
Underway in
2-2. And he went.
Starting with the fact that Shohei Ohtani was nationally considered a child prodigy. Sure, he isn't the first mainstream athlete to be born with talent or the first to have always been better than his peers. But Shohei took being a talented kid to a whole new level. From when he was only a little boy, he had begun tearing up baseball games. It all started with his dad being his first coach and him playing catch with his older brother as soon as they could run. From that, young Ohtani began playing proper baseball in his second year of elementary school. And it gets even better. Fast forward to when Shohei was in 7th grade. Participating in a 6-inning regional championship game, he recorded all but one of 18 outs. Around this time, he began attracting media attention in Japan, and he proved to be so talented, the media called him Yakyū Shonen, which means a kid who lives, eats, and breathes baseball. Really high praise for a young kid, but they were not wrong to do so. Just a matter of years later, Ohtani made his pro debut in Japan with the Nippon Ham Fighters at the young age of 18. It's really crazy for someone to be born with such raw talent, right? Well, the secret behind Showtime's talent is that he comes from a lineage of sports stars. Oh yeah, Shohei is the most popular Ohtani in sports, but that doesn't mean he's the only one in the family with an inclination for sports. His dad, Toru, worked at a local automobile manufacturing plant, but also had a baseball career of his own, playing amateur baseball in the Japanese Industrial League, which was a pretty big deal in Japan. Even better, Shohei's mom, Kayoko, was a top-level badminton player back in her days in high school. But she wasn't just your regular high school athlete. Nah, Kayoko actually played badminton and represented her school on a national level when she was in her prime. Shohei's older brother, Ryuta, also followed their father's footsteps as an amateur baseball player in the Japanese Industrial League. Pretty cool, yeah? Speaking of something cool, many people don't know this cool piece of information about Los Angeles Angels starman, but Shohei Ohtani is a Guinness World Record holder. Does anything get cooler than having your name in the Guinness World Book of Records? We doubt it. And Showtime holds not just one, but 2 records. In his historic 2021 season, he put his name in the record books by becoming the first MLB player ever to achieve 100+ innings and record 100+ strikeouts as a pitcher and 100+ RBIs, hits, and runs as a batter in a single season.
There's a long fly ball.
That in itself is one of the most insane things any baseball player has ever done. And for the second record, Shohei also became the first player to start the MLB All-Star Game as a pitcher and a designated hitter. Dude makes multitasking look like light work. Ohtani only got to make these records in the MLB after spending years in the Nippon Professional Baseball Pacific League back in Japan. But here's a twist to that story. Shohei nearly made his MLB debut 5 years earlier than he did. Shohei made his MLB debut on opening day in 2018 against the Oakland A's. Most Angels fans would still remember him singing in his first at-bat. But in alternate universes, he could have made that MLB debut as early as 2013. And who knows, maybe he'd have ended up somewhere other than Los Angeles. In fact, coming into the MLB at that time was his dream since his high school days. Ohtani played high school baseball at the local Hanamaki Higashi High School in Iwate Prefecture. And as soon as he graduated, he wanted to turn professional in the MLB. However, many pro baseball teams in Japan's top league, the Nippon Professional Baseball's Pacific League, tried to convince him to turn pro in his home country. Of all the interested teams, the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters put in the most work and eventually got Ohtani on their team. He spent 5 years breaking every NPB record before eventually coming to the MLB in 2018. Still, speaking of things that almost happened, here's one that Los Angeles Angels fans won't really be happy to hear. Showtime nearly joined the Seattle Mariners. Deciding when to join the MLB was tough for Shohei, but it was definitely not the last tough decision he had to make. After tearing up Japanese pro baseball and cementing his status as a national star, Shohei announced his intention to join the MLB in late 2017. As you'd expect, tons of Major League Baseball franchises, from the Texas Rangers to the Los Angeles Dodgers to the San Diego Padres, the Chicago Cubs, and the San Francisco Giants, all tried to get him to sign for them. However, of all Shohei's potential teams, the Seattle Mariners were the closest and perhaps most determined to sign Shohei. Remember the Mariners' Brazilian reliever Thiago Vieira, who got traded to the Chicago White Sox? Well, that whole deal was put in place by the Mariners just to get more cash and free up space for Ohtani to join their team. They really were that tiny bit close. At the end of the day, the decision came down to Shohei, and he chose the Los Angeles Angels, stating that he felt a strong connection to the team. Definitely was a big blow for Seattle. And all the fans were left with is the what if of the unicorn being on their team. Moving on, we have one of the most mysterious things you didn't know about Shohei Ohtani. He doesn't like talking to the media. Most athletes, particularly the best of them, always have words for the media after their games, or at least they're active on social media to address their fans. Not Shohei though. He's almost completely absent from any social media platform. And even after his games, he'd rather not address the press at all. In fact, sometime during his 2023 season for the Angels, Ohtani went over 7 weeks without saying a thing to the media. That's over 40 different games played, and he didn't for once address the media. Only his agent Nez Balelo addressed the media after over a month of silence from the Angels star pitcher. And he didn't offer much help either, saying, there's really no need for him to address the media. What can we say? The dude would rather do his talking on the diamond. To be fair, it's so crazy how much Shohei avoids the media, particularly since he's not just your regular baseball player. He's a legit celebrity. The Silver Slugger and MVP awards aside, Shohei Ohtani is recognized as a celebrity even outside of baseball. Roll it back to 2018, for example. Shohei had only just gotten into the MLB, but he was already listed in the Forbes 30 Under 30 Asia class of 2018 in the field of entertainment and sports. It's not every day you see Forbes publishing a baseball player, and it's not the only time Ohtani has received recognition outside of baseball. Perhaps his biggest mention came after his mind-blowing season in 2021, as he was awarded the Commissioner's Historic Achievement Award. As if that wasn't enough, Time magazine also did him the honor of including him in their prestigious list of the 100 most influential people of 2021. A baseball player being on a list with pop stars and politicians? Yeah, definitely celebrity levels. Still, speaking of recognition the unicorn has gotten outside of baseball, well, Shohei Ohtani is considered a national hero in Japan. Yeah, every nation is proud of their best athletes. But in Japan, Ohtani is way more than that. Dude is outrightly seen as a national hero because of his insane accomplishments on both his nation and the international baseball stage. Every single one of Showtime's games amasses millions of views from around Japan, even when he's not wearing the country's jersey. And to add to it, Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida really offered this guy the People's Honor Award, one of the nation's highest honors in 2021. Ohtani, being humble, declined the honor, saying it was still too early for such an award. The governor's intention says enough though. They absolutely adore him. Just before we get to the last thing you didn't know about Shohei, let's check out the one thing he likes doing that's almost an addiction. Ohtani is a sleep addict. You heard that right. Baseball players need to get good rest. But Shohei perhaps does it too much. Dude loves his sleep more than anything else. And by love, we'll give you exact numbers. According to a Japanese news publication, this guy spends at least 10 hours of his day sleeping. But it gets crazier. During the 14 hours of the day in which he is supposedly awake, Ohtani still finds a way to work random naps into his baseball training routine. He loves to sleep so much that he even has his sleeping pillows custom made and stuffed with extra material to make sure they maintain their height, and he enjoys his sleep. Now that's something you couldn't have seen coming, right? We'll do you one better with this last one. Shohei Ohtani is an excellent swimmer. Yeah, he was a child prodigy in baseball, but very few know he was also a talented swimmer. He had begun taking lessons and swimming since he was a kid and had won many medals in the sport by the time he was just 11 years old. He also participated in swimming competitions in high school and was so fast in the pool that his high school baseball coach, Hiroshi Sasaki, once said that he believed Ohtani could make it to the Olympics as a swimmer. Sasaki isn't a coach known for false praise, so you can be sure he wasn't messing around. Maybe he'll try out a career in swimming after retiring from baseball, or maybe not. Either way, Ohtani still spends time in the pool to date, and has credited some of his baseball ability to the benefits of swimming. Did someone say Shohei Phelps? What a dude! Go to the comments section and let us know which of these facts you find the most interesting. Subscribe to our channel and like our other videos.